At the time that this video has been posted, it would have been 3 years since I've eaten food. This is my story, and I hope you can learn something from it. I know that's kind of crazy, like 3 years, but it's true. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm 22 years old. I'm a music producer, music artist, and I hope to have a successful career doing the thing that I love doing most. On April 8th, 2022, the last meal that I ever had was a bagel. It was a bagel, a plain bagel with butter. It was the start of spring break, so I was coming back home from college. On the car, I was trying to eat a banana, and the banana didn't want to go down, so it just decided to come up. I threw up, and after that, it was done. When I got home, I tried eating spaghetti. It didn't work. Nothing worked really. The best I could do was applesauce. In 2022, I noticed that everything just felt weird. Everything just felt harder to swallow. I kept on like regurgitating more. It was dumb, but I thought, maybe it would go away. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I went to multiple doctors. They told me, yeah, there's nothing wrong. At first, they were like, okay, so you got GERD. And then next time they tell me, okay, you got eosinophilic esophagitis, some nerd stuff. And sometimes they just said, yeah, there's nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. That makes absolutely no sense. Unfortunately, I have to say this, but for everything that I say after this, this is not medical advice. Go to a real doctor for reliable medical advice, because I can't. Apparently, I'm not qualified. Eventually, I stumbled across a doctor, and she does things with natural remedies, so like herbs and stuff, not really drugs. And she uses a unique technique called nutritional response testing. And before you Redditors tell me that this cap, well, it's working. So I don't know what to tell you. Thankfully, with her, I've been able to swallow better. I've been feeling better. I've felt more energized. Everything just feels better. We haven't cracked the case fully yet, but we're at the end. I tried documenting this multiple times on TikTok. I failed because I don't know, my brain. I lacked the willpower, but now I do have the willpower. But this video isn't about the full medical journey. Eventually, I'll break down my full medical journey, and maybe it could be interesting to you. So 99% of you probably haven't experienced something like this. I mean, I hope not. And I hope you never do in life. But just imagine this, right? Every mistake that you've ever made in your life, have that replay multiple times every single day. There's nothing you can do about it. Everybody outside is having their life play out normally while you're stuck, trapped in like a time loop, strange time chamber. This is like quarantine 2.0. That's not exactly the most ideal state of mind, so in this depression arc, I've kind of learned a few things. I'm just gonna talk about 3 things, really. 1, there's a lot of time in our life. I feel like this is a problem that I've had a lot, where I want everything to be done really fast. I'm a very fast, efficient type of person. Like, I want everything to be done fast, instant, like right now. Give it to me right now. After having like all my responsibilities stripped from me, especially because it's hard for me to work. I have very low energy. I also have a burping problem. That's something else. But all this time that I've had to myself, I've kind of realized how long an hour really is. Like, when you take a test, you're writing, answers, whatever. They say it's 45 minutes. All of a sudden, 45 minutes is gone in like 2 minutes. So imagine 45 minutes feeling like 2 hours. That's basically like a real 45 minutes. I don't know if that makes any sense, but to me it does. It just feels longer now that there's like nothing occupying that time. Time just feels like it stretches out a lot, and it's crazy. But thanks to that, I realized I don't need to go that fast. I can actually just take my time with things. And not just take my time with things, but also like I can fit in lots of things throughout my day, because there's a lot of time. We kind of put this invisible pressure into us, saying like, oh, we have to get things done fast because this guy did this in like a year, but for me, I haven't done it, and it's been like 2 months. Bro, it's been 2 months. Instead, you could take 2 years and maybe do it better than that person. Even if you just want to do some stupidity, you want to just have some tomfoolery, you want to do buffoonery, you have the time for that. You really do have the time for that. I mean, I'm not trying to convince you that you can do buffoonery all the time, but like, you have time to do it. Live that life if you really want to. With all this time, you got to do something with it. So this leads me on to my second point: movement. You gotta move. Now it's like, you told me I could take my time, but you're telling me I gotta move. Yeah, just move. You just gotta move. The reason why that I'm emphasizing you should use all that time, the incredible amount of time that you have, is so you can keep moving. You don't want to slow down, because that's where depression hits. You see, for me, like, I should be depressed. You know, I can't do anything. Like, just imagine your favorite food that you're eating potentially right now, watching this video. Imagine not being able to eat that. Imagine how, like, messed up you would feel, like, mentally, like, everything around you. But I don't really feel that. But that's because I'm moving. Now, with moving, just imagine like you're a little snowball on top of a big mountain. You're a snowball on top of a snowy mountain, and you are rolling down that mountain. You're getting bigger and you're getting faster. You're getting so big and you're getting so fast, nothing can stop you. For me personally, I was trying to like do anything that I could to push my career. So I would make music, mix music, I would record music, I would write music. I would do a lot of things. I would have conversations with people, you know, in my industry. I would do lots of things, you know. I would watch certain videos. I'd watch movies. I'd watch shows, you know. I'd watch these things to inspire me in some sort of way. I was really doing it so I can move. If I don't move, then I'm stuck. I'll be depressed, and I don't want to be depressed. And with depression, this leads me to my third point, and that is there's always a way out, no matter what. With time and movement, you can get out of anything. Now, I don't want to downplay anybody's traumas because, of course, I have my own. But through my own personal experience, time and movement solved all of those things for me. Currently, you might not know how to get out of a certain situation, but look at the situations that you were in the past. You realize that, like, wait a second, physically, I'm past that now. You might not be mentally past it, but for me, when I wasn't mentally past it, with time and movement, I was able to get past it. Like, there was not, like, I don't even think about certain things anymore. I don't think about certain things about myself, about certain situations that I was in, you know, they were all solved. The thing is that you just might not know how to solve it right now. But you notice with certain situations like that, at least maybe in your past experiences, there's always a variable far out that you just didn't see. But now with time and movement, you were able to reach that point, and then that was the missing piece for you to fully solve this whole strange equation that is there. And you know, it's really hard to say that to somebody that, you know, eventually you'll get over it, because, you know, eventually, like, how long is eventually? Like 3 years? But all I'm really saying to you is, if you could at least get something out of this video, keep moving. Don't allow yourself to get stuck. And don't believe that there's not enough time for you, because there's always enough time. You can keep moving. And any problem that's, you know, right in front of you, you might not know all the answers, and that's okay. With the time that you have, and the movements that you're making with that time, you'll find it. You'll find the answer. That's it. And that's how I've been able to get through this 3 years. You see, this is a song I've been playing in the background. It's called Can I Die? If you would like to support me, you can stream it, or you could buy it on my website, danieljosh.com, and you can pay whatever you want for it. You can straight up download it if you really want to, or, you know, you can donate however much money that you believe, you know, is worth it. All the money that's given to me will be used to fund for my, you know, my health. It'll help fund my career. It'll help me make videos like this. It'd be greatly appreciated. If not, you know, you can subscribe, you can like, you know. But yeah, that's really about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at some other time. So goodbye.
Let's go. This is why I cannot die. Things are better when I feel alive. One day my life gonna be televised. No, I never let these lies be emphasized. This is why I cannot die.